Welcome. Today we're going to learn about the exciting letter Vav. Now, we're going to make our Vav today green. And I'm going to explain to you a little bit later of why we're making the Vav green. But for now, I just want you to look and you'll see our green Vav. Okay, this is our letter Vav. It's nice green, and we will explain it later. Now, in order to understand what the letter Vav is doing in the Torah, we have to understand what the word Vav means. And a Vav is really easy to understand. So a Vav, when we're looking at it as a word, looks exactly like what it looks like, right? It means exactly what it looks like. And what does that mean? It means a hook. Okay? A Vav is really a hook. Now, so in order to understand the letter Vav, we really need to understand what is a hook. Now, I'm sure most of you are laughing and saying, well, I know what a hook is, right? So let's just draw a few little hooks. And what do we do with a hook? Why do we need a hook? So I'm sure you'd agree, we need a hook to attach things to other things. So let's say I wanted to attach a hat to the wall or hang up a hat on the wall. Well, let's draw our hat. And what we would do is we would hang the hat up on a hook, right? And here's our wall. That's our wall, right? What else can we put on a hook, right? We could put on a jacket. That's our jacket. What else can we put on a hook? We could put on a backpack, your knapsack when you come home from school, right? You shouldn't put it on the floor, but you should, right, put it on a hook, right? So what does a hook do? A hook attaches things to other things. And without the hook, what would happen to our hat? What would happen to our jacket? And what would happen to our backpack? It would fall on the floor, and that would really be bad. So a hook, it connects things and it attaches things. Now, the hook, or the letter Vav in the Torah, the letter Vav goes to Hashem. And the letter Vav says to Hashem, I want to be the first letter in the Torah. And Hashem said, you can't be the first letter in the Torah, but I'm going to give you such a big job that you're going to see how special you really are. What is that job? Asked the hook. So Hashem explained that you are going to be the letter that every word is going to hook each other onto. So if I have two words or two ideas and I want to connect them, I'm going to have to use the letter Vav, said Hashem. So the Vav didn't really understand. So Hashem, right, shows us through the Torah there's many examples. Let's say I wanted to say a king and a queen, right? I wanted to hook on a king to a queen. I wanted to show that they're together. They're in one family. So here's our queen, right? Sorry. This is our queen, right? That's our queen, and then we have a king, right? Now, if I wanted to say a king and a queen, or hook on a king to a queen, right, I would need the letter Vav, says Hashem, right? A king and a queen, if they're all in the same family, you need a Vav to show that they're connected. So every time that you see a Vav in the Torah, it's going to mean the word and. Okay, and again, I'm going to show you why we're making the letter Vav green a little bit later. So whenever you see the letter Vav, it means and it's connecting one thing to another thing. Now, Hashem tells the Vav, you're going to be so important. You're going to connect words. You're going to connect ideas. You're going to connect even pages of the Torah to show that the Torah is one family. Every idea in the Torah comes from one source, comes from Hashem. And it's one Torah. Without a Vav, we just have different words. But the Vav shows how everything is together. Now, if you would take a Torah and open it up, let's take a Torah and let's open it up all the way. I mean, all the way, right? You could do this in shul. You can ask the person that reads the Torah, the Baal Koreh. You could say, excuse me, can I just please see the Torah, right? If you roll it out, right? It's all rolled up, but if you unroll it or you unravel it, you're going to see a lot of pages. Now, you know what you're going to see? You're going to see that at the top of every single column in the Torah, except the first page, you're going to see one letter. And that's right, you guessed it, the letter Vav. So you're going to see the letter Vav on every single page. And do you know why you're going to have a Vav on every single page? That's right, to show that one page is connected to the next page, and connected to the next, and 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 the next. Everything is connected. And the Vav shows that every single story, every single law, every single idea in the Torah, everything is connected. And how do we show that something is connected? What word in English do you need to show something is connected? You need the word and. So every time that you see the letter Vav, it's going to mean and. And the Vav was so happy. And Hashem said to the Vav, not only are you going to make all the words in the Torah one big family and connect every page in the Torah to each other, you are going to be the most numerous letter in the Torah, meaning there's more Vavs than any other letter in the Torah. So if someone asked you, which letter appears more than any other letter in the Torah? The answer is Vav. So Vav means and.